Hello, this is Yusef playing Slivers in the third round of Pauper. I have a Pauper daily today. And yes, I'd like to play first. I have two Sidewinder Slivers, travel preparations, and muscle sliver. I'm going to keep. So I would mulligan this hand because it doesn't have any green sources, but we have 8 forests in our library and 1 extra draw step to find one. So with secluded steps. So overall, not so bad. And if we only draw white slivers, that's not so bad either. But if so, the only draw that doesn't really work out for us is if we draw green sliver after green sliver after green sliver. But aside from that, there's not really much to worry about. So let's see what he plays here. Uh-oh. I kind of know what this is going to be. I think it's going to be mono black control. So let's get as much stuff out there as we possibly can. We really want to have a toughness of 3 or greater against mono black control, so getting a muscle sliver down there as quickly as possible is ideal. Okay, he misses his second land drop. This is really good for us. Let's see if we can draw forest or a sinew sliver. Oh, okay, he doesn't miss. So we'll get rid of Sidewinder. Okay. Okay, we do draw a forest. So what we will do is play muscle sliver. Our toughness goes up to 3 now, so we're feeling good. Let's cycle this. And we have a Journey to Nowhere in hand. So a Journey to Nowhere takes us pretty much nowhere. Like they don't really play many creatures, and the creatures that they do play, we outclass fairly quickly. So let's attack with all. But on the plus side, Journey to Nowhere does have an effect if he manages to cast an early angler or something to that effect. Chittering rats. Yeah. Well, destroying card draw is a thing. I'm gonna travel preparations on my muscle sliver and my plated sliver. And then I'll swing in with the team. Because right now, Chittering Rats is a little bit annoying, but he can't give it Undying this turn at least. Okay. And let's go to attack. Swing in. And yield. Okay, he lets it all go through. We'll yield until end of turn again. So drawing another land here, you know, maybe not the worst thing, because we can play Journey into Nowhere on the Chittering Rats or on another creature that he possibly plays. And if we don't, okay, he plays another Chittering Rat, so we're not going to draw a land. I'll put this guy on top. And we'll flash this guy back, pumping muscle sliver and Sidewinder sliver. Even though plated sliver is more valuable, going a little bit wide as far as value goes is probably a good thing. in case he has any sort of targeted removal. We don't want to be completely destroyed. So here he actually has to block both. Well, he has to block either both of these guys or just one muscle sliver. Flanking, and he takes 6. He goes to 1. He must have really big plans for that Chittering Rats. Possibly a Gary? Yep. Okay, so he gains 4 life, and then Journey to Nowhere. Okay, so he gets to block 2 creatures if we don't. Okay, so if we Journey to Nowhere, he gets to block 1 creature. He takes 6, and he dies. Okay, so he has 0 mana, so I'm fairly sure that there's nothing that he can do at this point, except block just the Muscle Sliver. And we'll see where this goes. Okay. Attack with all. Swing in, and we got it. Okay. We want to bring in Armadillo Cloaks. We don't really like Journey to Nowhere. We like Hive Stirrings because it gives us cheap blockers and cheap sacrifice targets. And we'll submit this. Alright. What I like about playing Slivers as opposed to playing Blue-Black Control is that my games don't take forever. I don't have to worry about timing out. Seriously, in Blue-Black Control, I would be timing out here and there, and my games would go... They would almost be... Oops, sorry about that. They would almost be the last games, the last matches going on. The last match going on. So let's see what we can do here. He's taking a long time to sideboard. I don't know if he has anything for Slivers. The only thing that I can think of that would be really, really good against us in the early game, or if we don't find Muscle Slivers, is, well, just in general, targeted removal. Or better yet, what do you call it? Oh, I'm forgetting. Well, I'm going to keep this hand, because I can play Sinew Sliver turn 2. I can't play multiple things, which is a little bit troublesome, but we'll try to make it work. I can play multiple things on turn 3, but then he untaps his turn 4 and potentially kills like a lot. Okay, let's play Sinew. Sinew brings us up to a higher toughness, but I'm thinking Spinneret Sliver just because I don't care about it as much. So if he does have a sacrifice effect, if he does have an edict, I don't care about it quite as much. And next turn, and if he doesn't edict it, or even if he does this turn, then I get to untap and play Sinew Sliver and Plated Sliver, which buffs everything up to a power of 3. Okay, so far so good. Let's play Plains, let's play Sinew, and that buffs everything up. Let's play Plated Sliver. And does it resolve before he casts an edict? Okay, it does. Alright, let's swing in for 3. We're past the point at which edicts can destroy us. They can still hurt us, they can still affect us, but they're not, you know, end game. Okay, he discards Gurmag Angler. Ooh, I skipped my Ah, that was stupid. I didn't notice it because I'm used to skipping the end step, so oh well. We'll play a Virulent Sliver. And a Muscle Sliver. It could have been 3 more damage. Alright. And we'll gain some life and pass the turn. So now an Edict is, even double Edict, if he can manage it, is fine, because we can sack Virulent Sliver and Spinneret Sliver. And our army still stays really, really strong. I don't know why he would keep, yeah, okay, he concedes. So I don't know why he would keep a hand that was no 2-drops and no 1-drops. Generally speaking, you never want to keep a hand that's that has less mana than you need to actually cast something. Like, I can keep a 1-land hand if I have maybe 3 1-drops. But I can't keep a 1-land hand if I have 4 2-drops that are amazing. Same thing with colored mana. Like, you don't want to keep a land that a hand that has all forests but all white creatures. You know, it's just not a good strategy, and I can see the temptation behind it if your 3-drops are really, really, really good. But I honestly just have no idea what's in his hand, and I don't know what would compel him to keep that. But sorry if that was a bit of an uninteresting match. I can't help it. That's one of the reasons why I actually do dailies, is that I'm try to find more competitive matches to play, but it doesn't help when I lose my first 2 rounds and I'm paired down. So I'm not paired down because I have 0 points, but you know what I mean. So whew, that was it. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe. We do usually see better games than that. That was a bit on the boring side, but yeah, we do usually see better games than that. We do usually see just a lot of interesting content, and a lot of interesting games. So subscribe. I do Pauper and I do Sealed, and I might even start doing Standard pretty soon. So stay tuned and comment and tell me how I'm doing, or just give me ideas and tell me what you'd want to see next.